Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Mind of James. I'm still James. We're still the host, and this week we have Joe Buck returning again, and we had a great conversation. We had fun conversation. I always enjoy talking to this guy because he hit me with some good therapy things this week. Some things I needed to hear just to keep me back in my realm. And we just had a really good talk, and it took some interesting turns, but it took some interesting turns that were for the best. So I really hope you enjoy this episode. Like I said, it was just a really fun time talking to Joe. We're going to keep it short with twitch.tv/on the level 162 and the Mind of JPA on YouTube. Go like and subscribe and enjoy this episode with Mr. Joe Buck. All right. Okay, so it's the power of the memes.
Uh-huh.
Get into it. So we're posting memes.
Yeah, dude. Started posting memes, and I have like 4 accounts.
Okay.
I have my personal one, where it's mainly just like pictures of my dog and upcoming comedy shows. I have the group comedy account. I have my...
Which is high rise.
High altitude.
High altitude, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
Yeah, close enough. And then I have my vegan food business, which thank you again for supporting.
Absolutely, dude.
And then I have like my other account where I just shitpost all day.
Yeah.
And there was one meme that I put up, and for some reason it just blew up. It had like 40,000 likes and all this interaction, and from that, a ton of people started following me. Like, I think I went from like 400 up to like 5,000 followers over the course of like 2 days.
What?
Yeah, and she happened to be one of them. Our views on things kind of aligned. She slid into my DMs, and then, believe it or not, she's like the third girl who slid in my DMs off of Instagram.
Damn, dude, you getting love off Instagram?
Dude, it's crazy. One of them, she lived in Aspen, and it turned out, like, she started following me, I started following her, never spoke to her, started looking through her photos, and I'm like, I recognize the dude in some of her photos. And I'm like, oh, that's probably her boyfriend. And then I was like, wait, no, I know that guy. He was my next door neighbor in employee housing.
No shit.
So, yeah, so I hit him up and I'm like, yo, do you know this girl? And he was like, oh yeah, that's my cousin. She lives out in so-and-so.
Oh.
So she started DMing me. We hung out for a bit, and then she moved to Chicago. And then, there's been like 3 girls that I've dated.
It gives me hope. It gives me hope. Because, like, okay, so, like, I found this girl on Instagram, woman, I should say. She is absolutely gorgeous. And, we're putting it out in the universe there. So I'll let you know what happens when, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I should start posting memes because it sounds like a good idea. Because, like, the fucking dating apps are junk now these days. I deleted every one of them but Bumble. I'm like, we're just gonna funnel the tunnel and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like,
all right, I can't see you without my glasses again.
See, that's why I keep mine on. And I never like portray myself to be something different online.
Yeah.
I think if anything, a lot of people use social media to escape reality and to present themselves as something different.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's allowing me to be like the truest version of myself
Yeah.
outside of like when I'm doing comedy.
Yeah.
So sometimes it resonates with people. Sometimes it's very polarizing either way. Like there are
Okay.
people who are going to resonate with it, and there are people going to be like, I fucking hate this guy. Like, and then I've gotten hate mail. I think the funniest one, I had like this 12-year-old
Yeah.
like message me and was like, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
Like,
And
pull up, kid.
dude, it was over a post about garlic bread. Yeah,
Just let that sink in for a sec here.
yeah. It's like
A
the
ghost,
best.
a post over garlic bread, and some kid's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah,
Like,
it was something really dumb. Like the best things Italians ever did was make garlic bread, and he was like an Italian kid.
it's kind of true.
Hey, I
What?
mean,
Olive Garden wasn't that good.
yeah, they did a lot of great things, and then they lost a lot with Mussolini, and then they
Yeah.
brought it back with garlic bread and like pasta, and then they got a lot more points with lasagna, and then
Cannolis are good though.
cannolis are decent, but
I'll take a good cannoli. But like, you're right though. Breadsticks from the Italians are probably the best thing they ever did.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he did not agree, and he was like, "I'm gonna beat your American ass," and I was like, "Bro, this is just really funny." But he was so serious. He was like, "Give me your address. I'm gonna come to America." And I was like, "Bro, if you got enough money to fly across the world to get your ass beat by a grown man,
Come on with it then.
yeah." I'm like, I don't know,
I'll
man.
steal I'll steal your bank account from you. Let's go, dude. Give me that money.
Yeah, dude, it was a wild time. But
Man.
when I ran for office, my campaign manager was like, "Hey, so freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want, but maybe remove any sort of personal identifiers from this account, because if someone finds this could ruin your political career."
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. There's a lot's been happening since we last talked.
No,
Are you
this was way before. This was
Oh,
this
this is like the first time I've ever you, okay. You ran for an office?
yeah, failed
You were,
politician.
you were going to get into politics?
Absolutely. I was a political major in college.
No shit. Okay. So
My
like
first go around.
what inspired you to get there? And next question. So I'm just gonna try this grid thing. We're gonna do this full speaker split. So we'll see what happens.
So my decision to get into politics, originally I was like, I want to study the law so I can learn how to exploit it.
Yeah. Good for you. Good
Hey
for
man,
you.
hey, I'm honest to
You
a
can
fault.
only carry 4 ounces on you at one time.
Hey,
Bet 3.9. Let's do this.
let's go, dude. I'm not driving. I am traveling. There's a difference, officer.
Huge
So
difference.
yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
So I was studying law, and I decided to get into politics, become a uh, political major, and then um, one of the town council members here where I live, we met, knew her husband, and she was like, "Hey, my seat is about to be up. You should run, and I'll be your campaign manager. I'll endorse you. I think we really need your voice on town council." And I was like, "Okay, sure. I got nothing to do." So I ran. It was actually a very, very, very close race.
Okay.
They said this particular race was the largest voter turnout they've ever had. And there were originally 12 of us for 3 seats. I ended up finishing fourth out of 12.
That's
And
dang. Okay.
I missed it by 32 votes.
So does that, so like the top three got it?
Yeah, because there were only 3 seats available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much from there, one of them would have had to like step down,
Yeah.
or if someone else on town council decided like, hey, I have to like resign for any reason, then I would have been the next up.
Okay. So was it like everything you had to do, like go out and shake hands and kiss babies and all that kind of stuff? Really? That's
Yep,
interesting.
dude. I was in the newspaper. We had to do a forum. It was all live streamed, so general public was asking us questions. Um, it was done by like the newspaper. The local radio was there, so it was played over the radio. It was like a
Did you
whole
did
thing.
you say Hulka?
What is it?
Hulka radio?
No, it was played over the radio.
Over the radio.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I heard Hulka for some reason. I was like,
Yeah, it's very enlightening, and I feel like I learned a lot during the process.
okay. Okay.
And then, yeah, like I said, I lost by 32 votes, and it was pretty fine, honestly. Like
Yeah.
when I got the call that I'd lost, I was sad for maybe like a minute and a half,
It's like,
and then
I
I was
still
like,
know all the rules.
yeah, dude. I was like, I got everything else.
Yeah.
And like I've been encouraged to run for other political offices.
Yeah.
And I've even had people be like, "Hey, this is what I would do. These are the boards I would join," and like have outlined everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "We think you could be governor one day. You could be like a congressman. You could do this. You could do that." And I'm like, I don't really want to do any of that shit. Like, I don't. I don't feel comfortable selling my soul for something I don't really believe in, and
Yeah.
you know,
Especially now these days.
dude, I know, and like, I'm not a big contingent of identity politics or anything of the sort. Like, you know, there's a whole rabbit hole you could go down, but I don't identify with any of it. I refuse to like align myself with something that I cannot fully put myself behind.
Yeah.
So I don't even bother.
Yeah. I don't blame you on that, dude. I mean, the political game right now, even at the lower, even at the state or city levels, it's just it's all wild. It's all wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny because there are certain positions where you're just like, that person is politically aligned. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
One of the guys I do comedy with, he had a long running joke about that, which is like where he lives, the coroner is either Republican or Democrat. Mm-hmm. And
Okay, the coroner.
yeah,
The fucking coroner.
that's what I'm
The guy
saying.
the guy who tells you how a dude died is either who does it fucking care?
So
What does it matter?
That's his joke where he's like, I don't really care. He's like, I just vote off of which one I think is less likely to diddle a body. And crazy enough, the Republican one got voted in,
Yeah.
and he ended up getting arrested for having
Necrophilia.
sex with the dead bodies.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
joke came full circle, dude.
Yeah. How? Ugh. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is you don't have to bring flowers, though.
It's like, why
Oh, punchline.
it's like, why are you here with a hot plate? Don't worry about that, man.
Don't. Wait, you ordered Postmates? Like,
Yeah.
It's like DoorDash have a code off for this?
Yeah, it's like, I don't believe in this. Whatever the fuck is going on here.
Oh, shit, man. Well,
But yeah, dude.
Joe, thank you for coming back on, dude.
Dude,
What's
always.
been new, man? What's been new?
Oh man, let's see. Outside of what I was telling you about prior to coming
Mike
on
Seaton,
camera,
Yeah.
yeah. Joined a board of directors for a local nonprofit.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, I got voted in the other day.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congraties.
It's a child advocacy center.
Okay, good. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I don't have kids, and I think that's a perfect reason for me to be on the board because
Mm-hmm.
I don't really fuck with kids like that. Like, not that I have an issue with kids, but I don't know. I just like I don't know
They're better when they're not yours.
exactly.
It's my time, not yours.
Yeah, yeah. It like I just like I appreciate like the idea of what children represent, which is the future and all that type of shit. And I feel as though a lot of people like to push their own neuroses on their children
Mm-hmm.
and just be like, well, you're going to do all this shit because I didn't get a chance to do it. And
Yeah.
oftentimes that leads to some form of abuse. And this
Mm-hmm.
organization works to remove children from abusive situations, whether that's in the household, at school, or anywhere else in between.
Mm-hmm.
So we work with local law enforcement, stuff like that, to get the children therapy, get them removed from hostile or dangerous situations, things like that. So it's a lot sometimes, but I feel as though it's very important, and I don't feel as though I should ever look to someone else to fill a gap if I can fill it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
been doing that. Also, been doing the whole food company rebrand right now.
Are you rebranding it?
Yeah, yeah, I started already.
Okay.
So I built a whole website from a blank page to what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been designing merch, designing new labels, getting
Mm-hmm.
new packaging. I've been expanding what I've been doing. So now I do the overnight oats, I do granola, I do dog treats, coffee, candles, and compotes. Yeah. So,
Oh.
yeah.
What are the
Oh,
like? So, uh, I was gonna ask about dog treats. Like,
mhm.
okay, so the dog, like, are they made? Like, how are they? Where do you get them from?
I make it myself.
Oh, you do?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Three
Nah.
ingredients:
Yeah.
um,
Easy.
oat flour, pumpkin puree, and then peanut butter.
Oh, dude.
Yep. So do it all
Sold me on the
myself.
peanut butter.
Dude, yeah, I make them myself, and of course, like I gotta try them, and I let my dog try them,
Yeah.
and the consistency determines like how thin you want it to be and how long you bake it.
Yeah.
Determines if it's more crunchy or if it's a little bit softer, like a soft chew.
Yeah.
So for older dogs, I do a little bit thicker, and it's a soft chew, and then I have like little dog bone molds that I make them out of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I do that, and then the compotes. Compotes like a fancy jelly, basically. Um,
Comp. Oh,
hmm
fancy gel. Okay. All
hmm
right.
So I make those myself too from scratch, and a lot of people like to use them on like charcuterie boards. I took a boat out the other day. We took it out on the boat. Some people ate it on crackers. Someone hit me up and was like, "Hey, I saw this recipe online." So it was for a blueberry, lemon, and brie grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the compotes that I make is blueberry lemon. So they
Mm-hmm.
put that on the bread instead of jelly, and
Okay.
then put the brie cheese, and then put the butter on the outside and made a grilled cheese out of it. Not gonna
Ooh.
lie, it looked fire.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dude. Just the basis of a grilled cheese. You're starting with a grilled cheese and put some fancy stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got me sold.
Dude, yeah.
Got me
Uh,
sold.
yeah, man. Been doing that. Shoot, I think since the last time we talked, girlfriend and I broke up.
I'm sorry to
Um,
hear that, man.
it is what it is, man. I think like
Just a lesson for the next one.
nah. It's like it
Well,
was
that's my life at least.
it was pretty mutual.
Yeah.
Like I live a very busy life,
Yeah.
and that's something that she was aware of going into the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she was kind of hoping that I would slow down. And
Nope.
if anything, I've only gotten more busy. So, ultimately I'm like, this feels unfair to you for me to be busy all the time and us not really be able to see each other, and you have to
Well,
work
it's like,
around my schedule.
help me cook these damn dog treats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay. So dating, I've actually been like putting my mindset into dating and like getting married and having kids.
Yeah.
So like it's either gonna be one of two things. One, she's gonna be all in, like how can I help? Or two, she's gonna have her own little thing going on. Whatever it may be, doesn't matter. And we can find a way to make it work, or it's just not gonna work, period. You know? Like get in with the program or have your own program
Yeah.
or or nothing, you know?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, for me, I prefer to do things by myself, especially anything that I think is going to be a stressor for another person. So like cooking, I don't like another person in the kitchen while I'm cooking. You can sit there, you can watch, you can hang out and watch TV, but like when I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen, like, and I don't want you touching my sauce. I don't want you fucking with the seasonings. Sit down, relax. I got this. So when I'm putting oats together, or I'm making granola, or I'm working on stuff for the comedy shows, or I'm putting things together for the nonprofit, it's, to me, I don't like to make my stuff other people's burdens. You know what I mean? So I think she saw that as like me kind of being not as open as she would have liked. And we had a long talk, and there's no ill will, and I want to see her happy same way she wants to see me happy, and we kind of just decided like now is not the time to do this, and as opposed to staying together because neither one of us wants to end it, now is probably the best time, because we were coming up on like a year together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like she has like a lot of stuff she wants to do and places she wants to go and travel, and I'm like, hey, I'm very much so like ingrained in my community. I can't just move to California or move to Oregon or do all that type
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, much less take like a couple days off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Once the business gets going, it's gonna start going.
yeah, so I'm hoping to hire an employee at some point once it gets a little bit more steady. So yeah, it's just been kind of ups and downs, and all that type of stuff, but taking it all in stride, and trying to do more as much as I can, and been getting out on the bike again. My bike was messed up for a bit. The rear hub was messed up, so when I would ride, the back wheel would shake side to side.
You got the old death wobbles.
Man, do you know how terrifying that is? Taking a corner, and I'm like, bro, if this thing snaps, I'm going down hard.
Like that inertia is gonna hurt worse.
Oh, bro, you're telling me,
Yeah.
like, what was it? I ran the speedometer on my bike going downhill. I hit 32 miles an hour,
Nice.
and that's all me. And someone was like, "Why don't you wear a helmet?" And I'm like, "Bro, do you think I want to live through a head-on collision? Like, if I crash my bike and I go headfirst into anything, that helmet is not going to stop. It's not going to be enough to help me. Like, I don't want to live through that. At that point, just roll my body into a ditch. Let the beavers have me. I don't.
Yeah. 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 I don't want to limp away.
No,
Yeah.
no, hell no. Just put
Hell
me out of
no.
my misery. Take me behind the barn like Old Yeller.
Yeah. Hopefully you got a barn. Like I'm
Tree,
out.
barn, whatever, man.
That's how I feel about accidents. Like if I ever get on a plane or driving or something like that, like man, just make it quick, Lord. Just make it quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake
Planes-
up with my legs crushed under a dashboard. You know, like
Oh,
no,
man.
we're not having that.
Nah. What about you? What have you been up to?
I have been up to a lot of streaming. Still going strong with that, and that's impressively growing. The Discord community is, and just getting viewers and all that. Doing stand up once a month, and then just working like I'm on first shift now. So
Nice. No more overnights, huh?
yeah, I mean it's kind of nice, and then again it's kind of like, well, everybody's on their head on the swivels because the supervisor can come out of nowhere. Where on nights it was like I could sit here for like 2 hours and not do anything. As long as I get my times good, I what do I got to do? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's an adjustment, and then I don't know. Still hit. The big thing is I was not surprised on how big the streaming community, the streaming thing was going to go. Because I noticed, like, if I'll get up to like 1,200 views on or 1,500 views on YouTube and TikTok, I've maxed out at like 1,500, and if I miss a day for whatever reason, I notice that the views will drop back down to like 400, 500. I'm like, okay, so now I'm seeing that you constantly, this is an everyday thing, and like if my family wants to do something, they're gonna have to work around me.
Yeah.
So we're getting to that point of it now, but it's going good. Um, you know, uh, other than that, dude, we're just still continuing down that road. So we're gonna see where it goes.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
want to see. It's not where it's going. I want to see where it goes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I was listening to this podcast, and Steve Harvey was like, he was talking about just like he's building this community thing where like you can have just to help young men. And he was like, have you seen these gamers? These esports guys? They're millionaires. So I mean, so he's building a whole building for gaming, and I'm like, okay, that's a good sign. Like, so I mean, it's like, and then you definitely talking about um, Instagram and whatnot. That gives me good hopes too, because I found this chick on Instagram, and I'm just like, this girl's my future wife. Like, I'm putting it out in the
Hey,
universe, man.
hey, claim that now.
It's like it is, and I'm keeping it. Ain't nobody telling me no. Like,
Dude, yeah,
so,
it's kind of crazy how sometimes things just sort of fall into your lap, and you're kind of like, huh,
maybe.
I wasn't expecting that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the biggest thing this week too, actually, is like really getting into like the law of attraction. Like I listened to the book The Secret one time a while ago, and I listened to it again, and I'm like, okay, now I'm seeing what's going on here. So and it's like, okay, let's put this into practice. So at this current moment, I'm putting the law of attraction into focus or into
Yeah,
motion.
hell
So,
yeah,
what do you think
dude.
about stuff like that, like laws of attraction, laws of or diminishing returns, and all that kind of stuff?
I'm a big proponent of diminishing returns,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm a big proponent of doing things with intention, and also doing things wholeheartedly.
Yeah. The wholeheartedly thing is a big element of it, a huge element. Actually, probably the most important of it.
Yeah, and it's like to because I was talking to someone about this the other day. Is like doing something begrudgingly is almost an oxymoron. Because if I don't want to help you and you ask me for help, it's either one, I'm going to say yes, or two, I'm going to say no. But to say yes and hold it against you for asking me for help after I've offered my services doesn't make any sense. And, you know, a lot of that stuff is, you know, very important to remember when people trust you enough to come to you for help or to come to you for advice or just to come to you to talk about things is to remember like that means this person trusts me and to not violate the trust of that person. And you know the with you know going back to how busy my life has been, you know there was a quote someone said to me one time, you know, and I was like, man, you're always doing something, you're always ripping and running. And my buddy said to me, he said, you can't say you're hungry and then get upset when your plate is full.
Yeah. Don't complain about the plate when you wanted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like things don't always happen when you want them to. But if you say, you know, I want this streaming thing to take off. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but eventually, with the effort that goes into it, it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and but that's another big thing to remember with the intention and doing things wholeheartedly. If you say, I want my Sea of Thieves streams to take off, but you're streaming an hour a day once a month, how's that ever
Yeah.
going to happen?
It's not, dude. It's not.
Exactly. But it's like also you have to put in the effort. You got to get better at the game. You know, you have to become a personality that people want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't just going to be like, "Oh, some guy. I'll watch that guy doing nothing." You know,
Yeah.
you have to, you know, ingrain yourself into what it is that you're doing. And it's the same thing with attracting a partner that you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a partner with certain qualities, you either one have to mirror those qualities or you have to be a version of yourself that attracts those qualities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, I
Damn,
was,
dude, you hit me with some therapy shit right now. I
hey
needed to
man,
hear this. What?
hey, well, it's one of those things where these are things that I've had to realize over the course of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I see those things in other people, I I don't ever just tell people things. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like if a person comes to me for advice, I'll give the advice. If a person asks me, "Hey, what do you think of this?" then I'll tell them what I think of it. But I never just am like, "Hey man, sit down, shut the fuck up. You need to hear this." Because that's coming from the wrong place. And
Mm-hmm.
it could be interpreted as the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Because like if I get advice that I didn't ask for, I
mhm.
always never listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And sometimes it's not even what's being said, it's who's saying it.
yeah.
So if you don't garner a level of respect for that person or you just don't care what they have to say, you're not going to receive what it is that they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also why like I never just do things like that.
I agree with you 100% with
Mm-hmm.
the whole like you're with who who's saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I've also learned I've also learned that the message never comes in a Lamborghini, it comes in a Honda Civic.
Mm-hmm.
So meaning that like I may not like that person, but what they fucking say to me is like gold. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Some people I've had advice given to me by some people that I cannot stand.
Mm-hmm.
But what they said to me was like, fuck, I needed to hear that right there. It was like, so I've learned that too. And it's, and if people scream at me too, I don't listen to them.
No.
Yeah, I ain't saying I ain't listen to it. You come at me with like good intent, but man, advice. You gotta. For me personally, like I have to be careful with who I'm talking to because like they might give me something good, even though I can't stand their guts. They might be giving me something good. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like how did Joey Diaz said it? I learned good things from bad people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
And you know, oftentimes people who've lived through situations don't
Mhm.
want to see someone that they care about have to go through those same things.
Yes.
And that's how it's been for me. Because like when I was younger, you know, I had confidence issues. I had, you know, issues with who I was as a person. What you know, who am I? What am I about? What do I stand for?
Hmm.
So oftentimes when it came to things like relationships and you know attracting a person that I thought that I wanted, looking back on it, I didn't want a person who wanted me. I
Hmm.
wanted a person who wanted the idea of me because I wasn't comfortable with who I was as a person at that time. So I didn't
Hmm.
want that person to see the real me. I wanted them to see, you know, the face that I was putting on at that time.
Hmm.
But at a certain point, they're going to see past the illusion. They're going to see past that. And nobody wants to be with an illusion, you
Yeah.
know, because like they realize when they're hitting that wall and they're never getting past that point.
Hmm.
And, you know, oftentimes in situations like that, you say what you think the person wants to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel as though people pick up on that pretty easily. Some people do. Some people are just like, "Oh yeah, like you're telling me everything I want to hear. Perfect. That's it. I don't care about anything else."
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was telling me how she went on a date one time with this guy pre-COVID, and then COVID happened. She moved here, and she was back home, and this dude was like, let's go here, let's go there. I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be perfect. And then she said when he showed up, he looked disheveled. His hair was a mess, and like he was so focused on everything being perfect that he wasn't focusing on the moment and enjoying the time that he had with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, he was saying, like, he was like, well, what do you like to do? And she would tell him, and he'd be like, oh yeah, I could get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But to get into things for the sake of impressing another person is
Yeah.
never going to work out.
No.
Like I live in the mountains. I see people who come up here to ski during the winter where it's like the husband is really into it and the wife and the kids hate it.
Yeah.
That's 40, 50 grand for for your family to be miserable. I see it with people who are like, "Oh, we're gonna do the van life," where one partner is really into it and the other one is just saying okay for the sake of placating the other one, and
Yeah.
then they break up, a month into their van life, trip.
Yeah. Like stuck out here in Arizona. What kind of shit is this? Like
Yeah,
it's I've done that. I'm guilty of that shit. I've done
yeah,
it. Like, sure, honey, I love pottery. Let's do
hmm
it.
yeah, and it's like, to have something to share with your partner is one thing. To do something simply to placate that person is something else. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, it goes back to the whole doing things wholeheartedly versus doing things begrudgingly. Because if I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to do this and now I'm doing it just for the sake of making you happy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah, it's
upset the whole time,
yeah.
which is going to upset
Yeah.
you.
Do you find like let's say you haven't done something
Uh,
before. Let's just say I don't know. Have you been skydiving before?
Fuck no.
No.
Dudes my size don't go skydiving.
I'm just asking, like
No, man.
all right, well let's okay,
They don't have cargo parachutes just sitting around waiting for me.
for me one thing would be fuck, I'd go skydiving by myself, but I don't know, something. A planting class or a
Hmm.
gardening class. Like, in my age right now, I'd try it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd get, but like, I don't want to go to an opera every night. I'll say
No.
that.
Yeah.
But
And like
I'll
that's
take a planting class. Like, I'll try something new.
yeah. See, like, but
Now if someone else I'm dating wants to go to a pottery or planting class and I didn't like it,
yeah.
I ain't going to that shit.
See, but that's the thing is like doing something because you're inquisitive about it. You want to learn more about it. You're
Yeah.
going to it at least with an open mind and an open heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're understanding, okay, this could go well or it could go bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm like, hey James, like we're going to this, I don't know, we're going to this fucking pottery class. You hate pottery. You have no interest in it whatsoever. But I'm starting to nag you about going all the time. At a certain point, you might acquiesce and just be like, fuck it, whatever, we'll go. But again, you don't want to be there. So you're not going into it with that same expectation of this could be fun or I could hate it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's that idea of not being honest with yourself and not being honest with your partner, or presenting a version of yourself to get this person to like you.
Mm-hmm.
And even as I've gotten older, there have been women who've come into my life and I'm like, holy shit, like I want to say and do everything right. But then I realized, like, that's not what a real person does. A real person messes up from time to time. A real person might say what's right most of the time, but some of the times they don't. And if my partner expects me to be perfect all the time, they also don't want to date a real person. They want the idea of a person.
Yeah, that's been a big thing for me too. I want people to see, how am I going to say this? I want to be that like I love being that fun goofy guy, but like a lot of the women I attract in my life just want to be like the serious. No, you got to be serious. I'm like, I'm not fucking serious.
No,
Like life is a joke as is.
yeah,
it,
yeah, and
it is make it a fun notebook. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it's like that's kind of how it is for me because people see a version of me like when I'm on stage, or people see a version of me like I'm doing other things and like when I'm out being social. It's because like either I'm trying to raise money for the nonprofit or I'm doing a comedy show or something along those lines, and like I'm putting on a face. I'm not always social, and like even having conversations like this, or like when I'm doing my podcast or anything like that. So like I make a lot of jokes and I laugh and things like that. But for the most part, outside of that, I've been like a very serious and somber person to the point where it's hindered relationships in my life because people never know how to approach me and people end up scared that they're going to say the wrong thing. So that was something I had to work on. But you know, when you're only talking to yourself, it creates an echo chamber. So you start to convince yourself I'm right and everyone around me is wrong. So that was something I had to take a step back and recognize and realize within myself where I'm like, damn, I'm too serious all the time. Like, I need to laugh more. I need to appreciate where I'm at more and who I'm with instead of being like, I don't want to be here. I just want to go home. Like, I fucking hate this. Like, I'm not even giving it a chance. And, you know, there have been times where I do things and I'm scared, but going into it again with that thought process of if I say I want to do this, I can't be upset that I'm actually giving it a try.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
like Nordic skiing. Nordic skiing is hard. It is terrifying. The skis are like this narrow. There's no edges on them.
What's the difference between Nordic and is that the difference? The ski size?
So there's Nordic skiing and downhill skiing. Downhill skis have an edge on them. You can do wider skis. You can do more narrow skis. You got powder skis. You got normal like groomer skis. You know, your boots are locked in place for downhill skis. With Nordic skis, only your front, like your toe, is locked in because your back foot, your heel goes up and down. And there's no edge. They're very narrow. It's more for like flat land and stuff like that. So I told myself I wanted to try it, and I did it a handful of times, and I was miserable every single time. And you know, I was scared to look dumb. I was scared to fall. You know, I was scared people were going to laugh at me. And then I'm just like, if I'm bettering myself and someone is laughing at me, so be it. But if I'm allowing the expectation that someone is going to laugh at me to stop me from bettering myself, then I've already let that person win. And it's the same thing when I go to the gym. You know, like, I'm big as hell. But, like, when I go to the gym, you know, like, sometimes I wear a tank top. And I see people who give me weird looks. But then, like, I'm still putting up the weight that I want to put up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still doing the cardio that I want to do. You know, like, I'm still enjoying myself. I'm still in the zone. So, hell yeah, people can make fun of me. Like, yeah, people can make jokes. People could laugh or, you know, have their own thoughts in their head. But I can't control how other people perceive me. I can only control how I perceive myself and how I perceive the world around me. So allowing the idea of someone making fun of me to stop me from living my life is probably the worst thing that I could do. And that's something that I
Yeah.
like to remind other people.
Yeah.
You know,
That.
like
Yep. That's the
that's how it
biggest.
is with that's
That's
how
a
it is
big.
with streaming.
Yeah. I did the same thing. Like, I'll tell myself like I do not care what anyone else around me has to say about this. This is what I want to do. I want to, want to stream. I want to podcast, and go ahead and make fun of me. There was a dude that commented on the podcast who said, "Nice hairline." You know what I did? Like, I just like that shit. Don't and the best thing you can do is when people put comments up like that, just like them.
Yeah.
Just like if you succumb to the negative energy they're putting out, you're not gonna want to do it. So I mean, it's a good laugh. Oh, dude, like I could work on my, you want to get rid of a bad hairline, shave your head.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of funny because I get those questions a lot because I always have a hat on.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Are you balding under there? Are you bald?" And I'm like, "No, I have a lot of hair. I just hate dealing with it, so I just put a hat on."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know, like, my beard is patchy and shitty, and like, I don't look the way I want to look all the time. But at the end of the day, like, if I'm happy with myself at that moment, that's all I can ask for. I can fix myself in the future. I can continue to work on myself, but nothing happens overnight. I gotta put in the work. If I say I want to be more fit, I can't just expect to wake up with a six-pack. I gotta work out. I gotta eat better. I gotta do these things. If I say, "Hey man, like, I want my calves to be jacked,"
I gotta do calf workouts. Yeah.
Goddamn right. And
Yeah.
for some people, it comes easy. For other people, you got to put in the work.
Dude, I hate people that have the metabolism of a tweaker. I really do. I really do, man. Like, I am so envious of those people. Because, like, they could eat anything they want, not gain a pound. It's wild to me.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, like...
I should start doing meth.
just stop eating. But,
yeah, just do meth for about a month, lose the weight, get some fake teeth, and we'll call it a day. You know what I mean?
At that point, you let me know. We'll do one last stream before you start doing meth.
Yeah, next one will just be like, "Hey Joe, how you doing?
The bugs are in my skin.
I got to put tinfoil on my windows. Hold on."
Oh, dude. I had a neighbor that was a meth head when I lived in Alaska. Holy shit.
Tinfoil on the windows?
Dude, that was the start of it. Like, it rained a lot, like, going into monsoon season.
Yeah.
There's one time he's out there with a Brita water filter in, like, torrential downpour, and he's watering the mud. Like, it's like mud.
Wait.
And he's like, watering mud, talking to himself. And I'm like, I've seen horror movies. I know not to talk to the person doing the crazy behavior.
Yeah.
But someone's got to be aware of this. And then he barricaded himself in his room.
Okay. And,
like, we shared a wall. And all I hear is like, boom, 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 boom. And then I hear people talking. But, I didn't ever, like,
he was the only one there?
No, like, it was like people knocking on his door. And I come out on my way to work, and they're like, "Hey, like, have you heard from so-and-so?" I'm like, "I don't talk to that dude. Like, I'm good."
Yeah.
I was like, as long as he doesn't punch a hole in the wall and end up in my place, I don't care.
Yeah.
But he had barricaded himself in his room, and he said that the electrical outlets in his apartment were telling him to kill himself. And I was like,
I'm good with meth. I'm good on meth then.
Bro,
we're good.
It was so his whole family,
yeah,
all addicted to meth. Like his mom, his dad, his sister, him.
Yeah.
And his sister had to stop smoking meth because she got pregnant. And she was so mad with him that he could still smoke meth and she couldn't because she was pregnant, that she called the job and got him fired because she was mad at him for being able to smoke meth.
God.
And I'm like, what kind of mindset is that? Where it's like, my brother could do meth and I can't, getting him fired.
That's a methy mindset. That's what that is.
Bro.
Now, I don't even, I got nothing for that. No. I got nothing. Calls a job because someone's mad at, okay, hey.
Yeah, and I remember the owners of the place had to come, talk him down. And they were like, hey, this is becoming a problem. And the husband, was like, he thought he was like a father figure to this dude, and he was like, look, man, you got one of two choices. Either one, you can go back to your place, flush all the meth you got, get clean, and we will give you a clean slate and start over tomorrow. Or two, you leave. He's like, okay, I understand, I appreciate it.
Didn't do it, did he?
Oh, he packed up his shit and left.
Oh.
He was like, I'm
Oh.
not giving up the meth, brother. Like, no,
Oh.
hell no.
Well, you got to be passionate about something in life.
Yeah, like this, that it was so funny to me that was a hard line he drew in the sand, where he was like, "You want me to give up meth to keep my job and my housing? No, it's been fun. I'll
Look,
go be a housekeeper somewhere else."
didn't. Oh my God. I'm. It's like I make jokes about drugs all the time, but like aren't you so glad that you never got addicted to that shit?
You
Aren't
know,
you grateful?
I am very grateful for a lot of things, and I'm very fortunate that stuff like that never took a hold on my life the way it did to other people.
Yeah. I'm just so happy that like I could sit here and be like, I've never lived in a trap house before, nor have I had to put tinfoil on on my windows. Like it's kind of nice because one, I don't have tinfoil in my apartment. Number two, I'm just not. I'm just not. Something isn't controlling my life. You know.
You know, I lived in a trap house once. I don't recommend it.
Now, I've may I ask,
Uh huh.
what is the daily activities inside a trap house?
Oh, for me, because I was young,
Okay.
I was not aware that it was one. Like
Okay.
it was very well kept.
Are
I
they
was
normally?
forced. No, no, not
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
I was kept in the room a lot of the time.
Okay.
Um, I was staying with my cousin,
Okay.
and she was my favorite cousin, and nobody knew that she was doing that. But her and her roommates were all um, selling illicit substances.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so anytime there was about to be a deal or they were getting stuff together or doing anything, she would just tell me to go in the room and watch TV, and I'm like, dog, like this is so fucking boring. Like I would be bored out of my mind watching cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the day I found out, I was in the room and I was bored and I was hungry, and I heard pots and pans, and I was like, hell yeah, dinner time. And I walked out of the room and into the kitchen, and I saw them cooking a certain substance. And I remember she just looked so devastated that I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I never really put two and two together, or I didn't at that time, because I'm just like, I'm hanging out with my favorite cousin. Fuck do I care?
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, like, the guy who cut the grass, the guy who did the laundry, the guy who washed the cars, they were all crackheads.
Okay.
And then it, like, a few days later, she couldn't live with the idea that I found out.
Mm-hmm.
So, she pretty much was like, "Hey, you can't stay here anymore." And like I went back home. It was just for like the summer, and it was it was like a sobering idea or a sobering thought, because you know when you're younger, things don't really click in your head. And
Yeah.
then as you get older, you're kind of like, oh shit, okay, yeah, like that was going
That's
on
what
around me.
happened. Huh.
Yeah, yeah, and like I was like, huh, that explains so much. Like, why I always had to be in the room, why whenever people knocked at the door, I had to like go in the bathroom or go hide or whatever, and like why three people who didn't have a job had a decent house that was so well manicured you wouldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a comedian who talks about it where it's like every crackhead used to do something else. You don't just wake up one day and you are one. So he's like, a lot of them are mechanics or former mechanics or like people who've had real jobs. So the guy who was cutting the grass used to have a lawn care company.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone at some point or another does their own laundry. So the guy who was doing the laundry was doing that. The
Mm-hmm.
person who was doing projects outside the house, like redoing the roof and things like that, all these people had jobs prior to this. But
Mm-hmm.
that drug sort of took them over. And
Yeah.
now it was a currency that they were willing to work for, but
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't hold like a normal job.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was very a very sobering realization. And even now, there's a lot of people who like where I live who are like functioning alcoholics,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's not my speed. Like, I don't know. I've never. I don't think I've ever really had anything like that except sugar. Like, where I've been like, this thing controls my life.
I would have to say weed was a big one for me.
You know, even with that, like,
Can I say this though?
yeah,
I wasn't addicted to like I have to get the plant, I have to get the plant, I have to get the plant. It was just like I want to feel better.
yeah,
Like God, weed was just that one thing. It was like the key I found.
yeah,
So I don't. It wasn't really escaping problems. It was more just getting my mind to stop running so fucking fast.
yeah,
Like that was the biggest thing for me. I
yeah, yeah.
whether I found it in alcohol, weed, or Zoloft or whatever. Like weed was the biggest thing that helped me.
Yeah,
So
but even more so, with that realization, we don't often look at what.
causes it.
Well, it's not that, but like whatever we're addicted to, whether it's sugar, weed, coke, meth, pills, whatever, everyone is looking for that little bit of solace,
Mm-hmm.
that little bit of comfort, that little oomph to make it through every day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So oftentimes we are willing to disregard the side effects of it because we're looking at the short term of I feel great right now, I need to feel great right now.
Mm-hmm.
And some things are less detrimental than others, but for some people they're always chasing that high. So
Mm-hmm.
back in the day where they were like, oh, weed is a gateway drug.
It's not at all.
No, but it was it was
At
it was
all.
a it was all a part of that idea of like this is going to
I got
ruin your
fed that
life.
shit too. I got
Yeah,
the, weed. Weed's terrible. You should never do it. And then I tried it. I was just like, it's not bad at all.
yeah. This is
Like,
this is fucking chill. I'm
yeah,
having a good time.
I feel way better than drinking beer, or, drinking liquor. And but so then all of a sudden, a lot of other questions just come up. It's like, well, if they lie to me about this, what else are people lying to me about? You
Exactly, and
know?
I think that's how a lot of people end up experimenting.
Yeah.
And like for me, I've done a few things over the years, and like I don't really do anything now except mushrooms.
Yeah.
And like when I'm performing, I'll have like a drink or four if I'm not driving. Um, but for the most part, like I don't smoke weed anymore. I don't do anything else that I used to do anymore. And I think it's one of those things where I'm very fortunate that I don't I didn't try those things and then decide, okay, this is my thing forever, or
Mm-hmm.
like this is the only thing that brings me peace, or this is the only thing that quiets the voices in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like some people don't have that capability, and some people aren't afforded that luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have had way more terrible things happen over the course of their life than I have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's like I remember even, living in the hood where people would make fun of crackheads, and I'm like, bro, that's your uncle. Like
Yeah.
that's your mom's brother.
Yeah.
So like to make fun of him when that could have very well been your mom is fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that realization has helped me be more empathetic towards people in those situations,
Mm-hmm.
and also to just be a more empathetic person as a whole. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, some people have had some fucked up lives, and some people have seen horrible things and, all of that, but we all process it differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, the idea of not helping another person because I think I'm better than them is something that, like,
That's a gateway drug.
yeah, yeah, like the
Ha-
it's
sitting
very
on that
oh
high stool or that high horse.
dude, yeah.
That's a gateway drug. One
Well,
hundred percent.
it's very easy, and it's very easy to pass judgment and to say, well, I would never do that. It's like, well, consider yourself lucky, like
Just
to
wait.
yeah, but like
Just
to
wait. At some
you
point, they're going to be there.
yeah, it's like you've never been in that situation. Here's hoping that you never end up in this situation to have to decide, or to have the decision of, am I going to use heroin or am I going to stay clean? Am
Yeah.
I going to smoke meth or am I not? And it's like the stories that I have about having a meth head as a next door neighbor are crazy. Like they're just crazy situations, but his altered reality, to him it was normal. But to me, I'm just like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah.
And it's like I can I'm not so serious about it that I can't find the ability to laugh at these situations.
Mm-hmm.
But him as a person, I'm like, I'm gonna keep my distance.
Mm-hmm.
But if he ever came to me for help, whatever I can do at that time is what I can do at that time.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I can't take you to therapy, and I sure as fuck can't help you get clean.
Yeah.
But I can tell you to stop watering the mud during a rainstorm. That
Go
might
over
be
the
a good start.
go over to the flower bed, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Just 2 feet to the right. You got it.
Your whole life will change. 2 feet to the right.
Yeah, like even conversations like this, where it's like it's very easy to get very serious about certain topics,
Yeah.
and to the same way people have that moral high ground of like, well, I'm not a meth head. It's very easy to be like, well, I have empathy. I'm now going to hold it over your head that you're making fun of people who have substance abuse issues or whatever the case may be. But it's like, hey, man, it is what it is. A lot of stuff comes from a place of ignorance.
If I can't laugh at myself, I can't laugh at anybody. So
Fucking
I
A,
mean,
man.
if I make fun of someone who has a substance abuse, it's generally because I've had one.
Yeah.
So, and I know
Hey,
where you're coming from. So,
I've been there too, man. Like, someone tried to give me shit one day about something, and I'm like, bro, like, look at me. You could find 10 things worth making fun of about me,
yeah,
but like the only difference is like you're letting this shit control you, wherein I might make the joke before you do,
yeah,
and now you're even more pissed off because you think you can hold it above my head, but you can't.
yeah,
Like I had someone tell me one time that he was mad at me because I had a girlfriend, I owned a home, and I was making more money than him. And I was like, "Why are you upset with me?"
yeah,
And he was like, he was like, "No offense, man." He was like, "You're fat and black. Like, I'm supposed to have a better life than you."
What
And I
kind
was
of
like,
fucking ignorant thinking is that?
that's the way he was raised. But in that moment, even now, all I can do is laugh about it because I'm like, bro, that's got to be such a shot to your ego that you were raised to think this and you work for me. So, like,
That
you were raised to believe you had every tool in the shed at your disposal, and yet somehow you're still below the person that you have been told, as long as you can remember, you were better than.
it's like, don't get mad that someone else use the tools that you were provided with also.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I didn't even have tools to the shed. Like I found some old rusty ones and I made them shits work.
Yeah.
But even more so, it's like, bro, if you have all of these things given to you, why are you not using any of them to be on my level, if not be above me?
Yeah.
And he never had an answer for that.
Because
And
he didn't want to face it. He didn't want to
no,
face that you were he hated the idea that you were right.
hey, you know,
That's what it is. And
and that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, is realizing like, oh, this person's right. And that's the thing. Like when a person has an insight or a piece of advice, and you receive it, much like you said, you might not like the person, but you can't ignore when they're right.
yep.
And if you have a foundation of, well, I should be better than you, clearly it's not that I haven't lived to my maximum potential. It's that everyone feels bad for you, so they're giving you things, and that's why you're on my level. And then when I'm like, nah, man, like it's hard work,
Yeah.
and putting effort in. Now that foundation that you've built up is gone, and a lot of people can't handle that realization of like, oh fuck, I've been wrong my whole life. Now I have to relearn all of these things.
Yep.
And like myself included, and it's like I never want to stop learning, like it just it's a part of life to, and it's up to you as a person to unlearn a lot of those shitty things that we're told when we're younger,
Yeah.
and to relearn how to be a functioning person.
Functioning humble person. I want to say like being humble is a very good skill or a very good skill to have. Not only to like use for yourself, but like to just to look at your fellow. I don't know what people are saying. Fellow
Yeah.
persons these days.
Mm-hmm.
To just go and be like, okay, I can put myself in their position,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to either help them or I want to make sure that like, okay, maybe they don't want help, but at least you can probably guide them in a certain direction.
Mm-hmm.
Come in and out of their lives, say, hey, doing this kind of wrong. They're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean, I think being humble is a very, it's helped me a lot. I'll say that. It's
yeah.
helped me more than I should probably know.
Dude, like I think it's very important, and it's a very important thing to remember. And much like what you're saying right now, that's the reason why I got involved with this organization, and why I've been involved with organizations in the past. Because I'm like, one on one, I don't like a lot of people.
I
Like
don't like them
I
either.
can 100% be honest.
Yeah.
So like micro, dog, I might not be able to stand you, but like as a person on the macro, I don't want to see anybody like be in pain. I don't want to see anybody suffering. So like as much as I don't really rock with you in that way, I'm still going to help you as a fellow person. And who knows, along the way you might realize
It
I've
ain't so
been
bad.
yeah,
This
I've
side
been
of the
wrong.
fence ain't so bad.
Yeah, I've been wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, black people aren't that bad. And I've had people tell me that. Like, I worked with this dude. He was always so standoffish towards me. And one day he just came up to me. He was like, hey, man, I want to say I'm sorry. And I'm like, bro, we've never interacted before. What's your problem? Like, what are you talking about? You're sorry. And he was like, "Look, man, like I know I haven't done anything to you personally, but like I just want to say that I'm sorry for my behavior." And he was like, I was raised a certain way, and like it's not who I am anymore. And he just started just like spewing all this stuff to me and like confessing all this stuff. And turned out he was like, yeah, like I was in the Klan, I was a skinhead, I was a Nazi, and started showing me like all his Nazi tattoos. And he was like, I had to move past that and realize like you and I aren't so different. And I'm like, hey man, like I appreciate you apologizing to me, but
Mm-hmm.
also like I don't represent all black people, just like you don't represent all white people. Like you've unlearned a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hold your past against you. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have moved past it. So like as long as we are cool moving forward, and these particular things that you have left behind don't pop back up or continue to rear their heads, you and I will always be good.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up becoming really good friends. And, really cool dude. And we went to the zoo together.
That's the shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. We went to the zoo together. It was crazy. We sat on a bus for 4 hours to go to the zoo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a sick time. It was so fun. We went to the mall afterwards and ate in the food court.
Fuck,
It
man.
was it was cool.
That's
But
awesome.
it's one of those things where it's like you never fully understand another person's perspective or their mindset or their approach to things, and it's very easy to convince yourself that like, oh, this person's just a dick, or oh,
Mm-hmm.
this person's just a terrible person. And sometimes people are those things. Some people are just terrible.
Yeah,
Some
it's
people,
it's
they've never,
intergenetics.
yeah, they've never had to face a situation where they've had to unlearn those behaviors, and it's
Yeah,
fine to separate yourself from those people. But
yeah,
there are always going to be more people that are trying than people that are not, and
yeah,
that's always my thought process. And it's like, if you don't rock with me for whatever your reason is, that's between you and you.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
if I did something to you in my past, I have no problem apologizing for that. But
yeah,
also, like, I can't read your mind. I don't
yeah.
know what I did, you know, so I can't apologize for something if I don't know what I did.
You know the best way I find out to figure out what's going on? I listen.
Mm-hmm.
So if I hear them talking to other people, I'm listening to what they're saying, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to tell me exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, now that I know what's going on, now I can work with that. Because like, if you don't know, you don't know, and you're gonna have to like, you know, if someone doesn't like me, I'm just like, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna put it past it, whatever. But like, if I can figure out what's going on, maybe I can start working around something, and maybe we could end up being the coolest dudes on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's all on how it's if you want to, if you want to, if somebody wants to learn or if somebody wants to go that route, they can.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I'm just like, you know what? You're just mad. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but the
I'll leave you alone.
desire and the intent always have to be there to be like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll move past this. It was a one time thing.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So it's like I appreciate that this episode has like kind of gravitated towards like intent and being wholehearted and
Yeah.
being like a genuine person, because I
Yeah.
feel like this is something that a lot of people don't really like want to discuss, or they only talk about like the pretty side of it,
Yeah.
of like, I manifested some new boots and then someone bought them for me. Crazy.
Oh my God.
Hey man, it's like it's
Dude, manifestate like hey, I can't. When people manifest things, yeah, I can't hate on where it comes from. I can't.
yeah, it's
I I can't. And
it
do I want a new pair of boots that somebody bought me? Hell yeah.
new boot
Hell
goofing.
yeah. Hell yeah. Give me some of those Uggs with the furs on them. I'll wear that shit
Oh,
all day long if somebody bought them for me.
hell no. My
Like,
My legs
Free.
are built like tree trunks. I'm not putting them in no Uggs.
No, I'm not going to wear them outside, but I'll wear them around the house.
Yeah.
Cut the tops off, make some slippers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Dude,
Like
they have those. They have like the actual Ugg slippers.
they do.
Yeah. I don't own a pair. Like
I'm not. My feet sweat like they're whores in churches, so I don't really. I don't like
same.
wearing socks or shoes anyway.
Oh no.
They're foot prisons.
I always have
Sandals.
shoes on.
It's
No.
sandals. You don't do
I don't
sandals?
no, dude.
Why not?
I hate
Sandals
feet.
are.
I hate feet.
You don't like looking at feet?
No. I don't get down with feet.
You never just troll through wikifeet.com one night?
Let me tell you. So a friend of mine and I were making pies, and we had made crust, and I was like, "Oh, I want to see some pie recipes."
Okay.
So I was already on Instagram, so I'm like, there's a lot of food blogs
Yeah.
where they'll post the recipes. I type in pies. I immediately closed Instagram, locked my phone, put it face down, walked away. Pies, Pies, in Spanish is pies, which is feet. So everything
Oh.
was feet. I was so angry.
No way.
I'm like, you disgusting, degenerate people that are going on social media to look at feet. And it's like, I'm not always the most judgmental person, but when it comes to feet, nah, I'm judging you all day.
You're just not a foot dude.
No, no,
Interesting.
no. I don't get down with feet. Yeah. As far as like the human anatomy, feet, no. Put them dogs on a leash. Feet straight to prison.
That feet are just one of those things I just don't pay attention to. Whether they're there or not, I don't pay attention to feet. Like, okay, your foot's sitting on the table. Could you please? That's as far as that goes. Like,
No, don't put your feet on my table. If I'm driving, your feet go on my dashboard. You and your feet got to get out my car.
really?
No,
Okay. Hey, yeah.
I don't. I got hard lines that I draw.
Okay, feet's
No.
one of them.
Yeah.
Feet's
If
one of
we're
them.
at the beach, bury them dogs in the sand.
Really? Like, you're out at
Yeah.
it's a beach.
Hey man,
You gotta have your feet out.
no, you
mean-
can wear sneakers at the beach. I wear sneakers at the beach every single time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I always have on, like, if I'm even in my own home, like sneakers and socks.
Really?
And then, yeah, and then like I have a pair of Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
I only wear socks with those, even when I travel. Like when I fly in Birkenstocks and socks.
Man, it's kind of shameful, but I travel in sandals. I gotta sandals, sweatpants, or shorts, depending on where I'm going. But like like shoes are fucking foot prisons. That's what it is.
They
They-
very well may be, but you know what? They deserve to be locked up.
Send them to jail.
Dude, right straight to jail.
That's interesting. Not a foot
No.
because I dated a girl that wasn't a foot person, and it's just like even like she's the same way. Like even looking at a foot, just it's like it's a foot. It's something you walk on. If you don't
Yeah.
have it, how can you walk?
See? There's plenty of things we do. Like you wash your hands after you touch stuff.
Yeah,
You wash your face, maybe.
but your feet's not touch. It's just touching the ground
How many times do you walk around barefooted?
all the time.
Do you go outside barefooted?
Uh, when I'm getting mail, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Now, how many people have spat on that ground? How many people have thrown up on that ground? How many animals have urinated or defecated on that ground?
A lot.
Uh-huh. Now, the amount of people who wash their feet
These
Not a
questions are
lot.
not going to make me go. Are not going to stop me make going bare.
No,
I'm a
no.
barefoot. I'm a barefoot king.
You could
Barefoot
be
king.
you could be barefoot all day. I'm simply giving my perspective.
Like
A
I got
lot
I
of
got sandals. They call them the thong sandals,
oh
and I got the and I got the Birkin sandals too. So
Birkenstocks. Yeah,
no, the two straps on top of them, like the hippie sandals.
yeah, Birkenstocks. Yeah, I got a pair. I
Are we
won't buy
talking
the.
about? Are we talking about the same sandal?
Yeah,
It's
Birkenstocks. That's
got
what
the
they're
two
called.
belt looking things on top.
Yeah, they're called Birkenstocks. That's the name of the company. They're
Oh,
like Norwegian or something.
I
There's like a
call
bunch of knockoff brands, but
I got it not, but like the eh, I ugh,
no.
I don't like shoes.
See, but like being barefoot,
That's
like
glorious.
that's fine. You could be barefoot all day, but I've seen a lot of people who are barefoot and then they don't wash their feet. So now you're taking all the germs that you walked in and you're putting them in your bed. You're tracking them throughout your house. I won't do it.
I
I
mean, like
no.
I'll take a shower before I go to bed. You know,
Uh huh.
does that count?
If you're washing your feet,
I do wash my
absolutely.
feet actually because I mean
Exactly.
I'm a welder, so like all like my feet look like they got track mark right now,
Uh
track
huh.
marks
Yeah.
because my boots have like a cloth to it, so all the
Yeah.
sparks have burned it. So I'm
Hmm.
getting all these burns on the top of my foot, but uh, I wash them because I mean it's just like I don't want them to stink.
See, exactly. But you wash them. A lot of people
They
don't
don't.
wash them.
Now
Exactly.
that's disgusting. Now that's
That's what I'm.
disgusting. Yeah, I'll
That's
give you
my
that.
that's
I'll
my
give.
perspective. It's just like hands. There are people out there who have beautiful hands, but they don't always wash them. Don't touch me with your nasty hands.
Yeah,
Like if you don't wash your hands, like hey, we'll elbow bump. You know,
yeah,
we'll forearm bump, but
yeah.
no.
Yep. I will 100% agree with you on that. Don't touch me with those nasty ass non-washed hands. Don't
Exactly.
you do
Same
it.
thing, but now you're talking about a person who walks on their hands.
What? How do we get there, dude?
Feet. Feet and hands.
Feet are not the same as hands.
Hey man. Tell that to a chimpanzee.
Okay? You got me there.
Uh-huh.
You got me there.
Yeah. If anything, I would say
You got
that
me there.
depending on the person, some people's feet are cleaner than others because, you know, if you keep socks and shoes on all day, they're locked in there. They're not stepping in the urine and feces, spit, all that jazz. But people, there are people who are barefoot all the time and then they don't wash their feet at all. There are people out there who don't wash their legs. This was a highly debated topic on social media.
People don't wash their legs.
No, there was I was
What do I think about that?
hoping it was a joke,
What do I
but no.
think?
This person was saying like, "Oh, I wash my hair, and when I wash my hair, the soap rolls down my body, therefore it cleans my body." That is not how it works.
This was a very highly because the YMH Studios did it. So I I can agree with how they're saying it, but like take a little soap on your hands and just kind of scrub your legs up a little bit. That's all
Yeah.
I'm asking for.
Hey man,
I'm not asking for sandpaper.
it's head to toe over here.
Same here. Same here.
I don't get down with any of that.
Same
Like,
here.
but see, it's kind of funny because people like to give me shit about my perspective on feet. But I had a friend who was, she was genuinely like terrified of feet. She had like a foot phobia, and even when people slept over, they had to sleep in socks. Like you could not
I'd go
walk
home.
around.
I'd go home. I don't sleep in socks, brother. I
She,
don't.
dog, you could not walk around her place barefooted. She would freak out. And I also thought it was really funny because I'm like, I'm bad, but I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
And like, you know, if I have a partner and they're like, can I put my feet across your lap?
Mm-hmm.
Throw a cover over them. I don't have to look at them. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You need a foot rub? I'll pay for you to go to the salon and go do that. I'm not touching them.
Man. Ah, shit, dude. Aiming at feet. Some girls got their feet over me. Hell yeah. Foot rubs all day long. Now you better go wash them first.
Gotta go wash it. That's the
Walk
thing.
on your heels too when you're coming back. So you don't have to get. But well, man, where can we find you?
Um, if you want to check out any of my vegan and gluten free provisions that I do, feedtheritual.com. That's FEED, theritual.com. Everything is done by me. I've got merch, candles, linked to all the food. I ship countrywide or nationwide. Uh, James can attest to that.
Sure can.
Comedy, high altitude comedy. For the month of August, I have 5 shows in a row. We're going to have some local nonprofits at the shows, help raising money for them. And then if you want to volunteer or make a monetary donation towards the nonprofit that I'm a part of, it is Treetop Child Advocacy Center. You can go in there and make a one-time payment. You can make a reoccurring contribution. Anything helps your organization. It's all of it goes to the children. I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid. The money does not go to me or anyone else on the board of directors. All of us are volunteers. And then my personal account, if you care to hear me rant or look at whatever clips from my comedy shows or anything else in my personal life, it's bad_newsbuck. Yeah, outside of that, I'm usually on here with James. You can find me. You can find me almost anywhere. If you ever find your way up to Summit County, Breckenridge, I'm one of 5 black people that are not from West Africa, so I'm pretty easy to spot.
All right. But I want to thank you for coming. Man, my mind's running. Thank you for coming on another episode, man. I appreciate it.
See, this is what happens when you talk about feet. Your mind just melts.
Hey, I will rub feet. Just throwing it out there, you ladies. Just throwing it out there.
See,
all right.
that lady that you've been that you're wanting to be your wife.
I got to tell you, yeah.
Just let her know. Hey,
let me rub your feet, baby. Come on over.
Consensually, how you feel about a foot rub?
What? I don't. Consensually, yeah. I'd be good with a foot rub.
It could be her thing. She might be like, "Oh my God, I'm really into welders, and also I like a working class blue collar man. I want to give him a foot massage."
Well, I'm booking a flight now for you, sweetie. So, all right, man. We'll check you on the next one.
Yeah, buddy. I'll see you soon.
See you
Later.